What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, and it is transfer season. I've been having a great break away from the football, to be quite honest. The football's dire, and I've got three names to say to you today, and one I want to particularly home in on why I think we need him as a fan base. First one is Adama Bojang. Played for Rennes. They got relegated to League Two, so they're going to be forced to sell him. I don't know much about Adama. I know that Chelsea, Man United and all of that were interested in him. Didn't want to pay more than £1 million. He's only a youngster, but we'll look into him tomorrow, I think. But it looks like he is on our radar. The other one, who I definitely don't think we should be getting, and I don't think we should be looking at, although he will be on a free transfer, is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everton willing to let him go, I think. He's been there since he was 11. Injury record's bad, you know, and when you think about the striker that we need, and apparently we haven't got any money, but you know, when you think about the striker that we need, I don't think Calvert-Lewin sitting on a good striker on his day, but I don't think Dominic Calvert-Lewin sitting on a physio's table with, you know, Antonio, if he's still there, with Phil Krug, who hasn't got the greatest of injury records either. I don't think that'd be doing us any favours. I think we'd be a little bit mad to give Calvert-Lewin. I think he's only 28, but his injury records of, you know, must have the bones of a 60-year-old, like Weetabix bones, you know. But the one that does excite me, the one that's been mentioned, listen, I don't think this is likely, and I don't think that we are going to be in contention, and I think it's going to cost us a lot of money. But the one that I wanted to concentrate on today, the one that has excited me the most, is Jack Grealish. Apparently ready to leave Man City. Highly touted to go to Everton. I know Newcastle will maybe have come in, but we have been mentioned with him as well. As I said, it's not likely, but this is why I would like to see Jack Grealish. We need a bit of excitement. You know, we've got some good talent in our side. We have got some good talent. We've got the likes of Souček, who's a good talent on his day, coming into the box. We've got Todibo, good talent. Bowen, good talent. Somerville, good talent. But, you know, we've also got two that we're willing to let go. Paquetá and Kudus. Although their ages are great in terms of like the average age. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Jack Grealish is going to answer all of our questions. But it would be something exciting. There is no better feeling than a West Ham fan than somebody that gives you a little bit of excitement in the way they play football. We all remember it, the Trevor Brookings, the Alan Devonshires, the Paolo Di Canios of our day. They're our favourite players, you know. We also like grit. We like Julian Dix. We like Billy Bonds. Bobby's a silky player, you know. I think he could be classed as a bit of both. But, you know, we like a silky, little skilly, is that a word? Like a skill master, you know, one of them players that get you off your feet. When he gets the ball, anything can happen, and we haven't seen that for a long time. I think Kudus was there, Paquetá was there, but the way they've been playing for the last season, it's been poor, and we've been bereft of excitement. Is this going to happen? I don't think so, to be quite honest with you, but I would love nothing more than to see Jack Grealish come to West Ham. In terms of, listen, I don't think it works if we don't get the right players in around him, you know, in terms of like a midfield and a decent striker to go with him. But to see someone like Jack Grealish, who is exciting, who is a bit of a maverick on the ball, who has that English grit, he's a good lad as well. I think he'd fit well into the dressing room. I think anyone would like to have Jack Grealish in their dressing room. I think we've been missing that since we've let Declan go. To be quite honest with you, I think that little bit of, like, you know, that British banter, that childish humour in the changing room, I think it does the world of good. You know, you don't need it to be serious all the time. But I think Jack Grealish would be one that excites me. As I say, go back to the Di Canios, to the Brookings, to the Devonshires, the silky players like that. There's many more, I'm sure, that I'm missing. And you know, as I said recently, Kudus and Paquetá. What would be better for a fan base bereft of excitement? I was not excited one bit last season, not one bit. I don't think I ever looked at anyone on the ball, apart from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who I forgot to mention in the great talent we've got, and looked at him and thought, I'm excited to see this guy on the ball. I'm excited to see what they can do with it. Kudus was poor, you know. He gets crowded out a lot of the times. bad decision making most of the time last season. Compared to when he first came, when he was that sort of maverick, he was taking players on, he was shrugging players off, he was guiding past one or two, and that was exciting to watch. Now, a player like Jack Grealish coming in and doing the same sort of thing would be absolutely, I think it would be just what the fans want, just what the fans needed. As I said before, it's going to be no good if he comes in and it's just him, and then we sign a load of crap around him. But we'll have a little bit tomorrow about Bojang. Is it Bojang? Did I say Bojang? Yeah, it was Bojang, Adama Bojang, about Bojang and Calvert Lewin. The Grealish deal is not the one that I think is going to happen, but I think that's the one that I would like to happen the most. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Am I just mad? Am I crazy? Is it going to cost us too much money? Is it someone that you think's past it, that we're just going to give a contract for lots of money without any output, a bit like Kudus and Paquetá this season? Or is it someone that you think can get the fan base back on board and supporting the club and going back to be excited to go to games and to see West Ham actually play a little bit of football for a change? I'd like to see it. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Probably if it's a loan. Apparently we're skint, but we'll have a look at it again tomorrow. Just a short video for you today to get this started, but we'll start looking into more stuff tomorrow. But thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say, come on you Irons.